Hello, everyone. Today I have Iron 2 Maokai vs Silver 4 Aatrox. But please note, this game was played on the same day as the previous Nasus game. But I still included same tips to show it's a habit you need to fix. Let's talk about the runes. You're not taking health rune, so it's definitely an improvement than all your previous games, but there's still room for improvement. Biggest mistake is taking magic resist instead of armor against Aatrox. Always set up your rune against your laner. You don't need magic resist just because enemy jungle, Warwick does magic damage. You'll take damage more frequently from the laner than jungle. Secondly, I would have taken conditioning against Aatrox. He is fairly weak early game and a burst combo in a way as his skill has long cooldown. So second wind, which is against poking champions, is not needed. Bone plating is decent choice as well, but as I said, Aatrox is fairly weak in lane, so you shouldn't have too much problem, but it will work well to prevent a kill as you reduce his burst damage. Lastly, it's Grasp of Undying versus Aftershock. Aftershock is very good rune in this matchup because if you engage onto Aatrox, he'll use his burst, which you can soak up with Aftershock. But if you want to play offensively and get some kills, Grasp of Undying is a good choice as well. But overall, huge improvement in rune setting. As I said, this game was played on the same day as the Nasus, so my feedback hasn't been applied, but make sure to watch for invade from here. If you're worried that enemy might camp you where you're guarding, on the way back to lane, you can always go around. Aatrox just used his skill. So you can walk up to Aatrox, Q to activate your Aftershock and fight him. You have passive to heal back up. Of course you don't want long fight because he has Conquer, so you'll need to back after healing. This is great opportunity to push the wave for level 2 priority. Aatrox backed away from the minion wave, so you can get few free hits. Aatrox used his Q earlier, and now his E. He's got no skills left against your 2. Fight him. You can E into the bush behind him and Q knockback into your E and activating Aftershock in the process. Use your E into the bush. Never throw it in the open in lane unless you really need to. It's very weak and cost lot of mana. This is not a wave you should be attempting to freeze. You're low on health and it's a very big minion wave. On top of that, your wave is nowhere near. Stay back so the turret gets the aggro next time. You should be landing your Q onto the entire minion wave here. You saw Aatrox roam mid. You're not in good condition, so you have to push the wave quickly and recall. But because you missed your Q on caster minions, you're pushing lots slower than you could have.
NANI?! In the bed, oh Faker may be in trouble here, Deathmark! Oh, look at the cleanse, look at the moves! What was that?!
You have 1100 gold. Buying Cinder is good choice, but instead of 2 potions I would have bought a refillable potion. Or another option would be Ninja Tabus, as the enemy comp is all AD. TP for this wave is very good choice. It's a pushing wave, so if you don't TP you'll miss out on lot of CS. TP safely at the back is also another plus. Very nice play. But another way to look at this is, Aatrox is pushing the lane for you. Your jungler is bot side. So you can walk to lane and look for teamfight at Dragon, or walk to Dragon and TP to top. And a teamfight broke out at Dragon. You got the Dragon for jungler and mid's life. But this is the price you must pay for using TP to your lane. Like I said, it was good choice in terms of your lane. But, in this matchup, you don't have any ADC. So your team is the one that must snowball, so TP for teamfight at bot when you have the lead would have been better. Oh, and very good to walk into the bush to freeze here. Very nice play. You used your W to dodge his Q. But I would have started with Q knockback to activate Aftershock first. Because your W is guaranteed CC, it would have been better to save that for Jarvan to land his EQ. And the engage was slightly too fast, but good play regardless and good result. After this gank you have very big minion wave. So you need to quickly shove in this wave and recall to force Aatrox to use his TP or risk his wave getting burned. Use your Q and E onto this wave for faster push. Items again. You have 1270 gold. I would have bought Ninja Tabi here. If you can afford it, always upgrade boots first. It helps with your skill dodge plus roaming plus returning to lane. Ninja Tabi in this case because their entire team is AD. And again this game is before my Nasus feedback, but don't buy 2 potions during lane. You should have engaged with W here. Aatrox is currently in very vulnerable position, but he has movement skill. You have to CC him close to the jungler before he repositions. If Aatrox ran away from your W, then it's not gankable. But no need to rush. The wave is pulled towards your turret. Jungler can stand by to see if Aatrox overextends. Always use your short range engage first if possible, to use the longer engage for when they escape. Your jungler is ready to gank. Then you need to position yourself to sandwich Aatrox so that your jungler have better gankable distance. How do you do that? First you need to stand an engageable distance. This is way too far for both your Q and W. Second, you need to attempt to push Aatrox towards Jarvan. You do this by cutting off his escape. But if he attempts to escape through you, you need to engage as that's the maximum distance you can earn the jungler. So in this case, you need to move like this to sandwich Aatrox, pressure him towards Jarvan. But you got the flash, so it's a good result. You should be looking to fight here. He used his Q and E. I would walk up and auto attack and Q. The reason why I wouldn't start with W is because you can use it dodge his only remaining skill, W. Because you didn't fight here, his skills are back from cooldown on this engage. Very nice. You're constantly using W to dodge his skills. Very good to push this wave quickly. You're low on mana and must recall quickly. But this is a mistake. You don't know whether Aatrox have TP or not. So if there's a ward in that bush behind you, Aatrox can TP in and kill you or force your flash as you have no mana to fight back. Good decision if Aatrox TP was on cooldown. Good item choice, but I would have went with Bramble Vest and 2 cloth armor here. It's because Aatrox have lifesteal, and you need to work towards the Ninja Tabi as enemy team is full AD. Good TP. Dragon is gone and wave is under the turret. You went to ward but had no ward available. Then use your E into the bush to use it as a ward. There's nothing for you to do here now. You can't dive Aatrox, so you can't pressure the turret. So you have two choices. You have 2200 gold, so you can back for item, or you can go to river for scuttle and see if there's fruits in the river. Always attempt to use your spare time to do something. Even a small play during this short time can result in huge snowball. This is where your biggest mistake for this game comes in. You have 2900 gold. You're 4-0-2. You won your lane. Your team have 2400 gold lead. What do? You buy Abyssal Mask. It's worth 3000 gold. The enemy team have no AP damage. This is 3000 gold thrown out the window. What does this mean? Your team is now 600 gold behind. And you just wasted 43% of the gold you earned in this game. The laning phase is over, but I'll just quickly go over some plays. Very good. You're using the map more broadly. Very risky engage, but I want to talk about the way you engage. Kench is right up at your face. Start with auto attacks. Save your W for chase or dodging enemy skill. Your Q range is lot longer than that. You went in way too deep for the wave clear. And the next minion wave is already here. So there's no way you can hold this turret. Your jungler is already taking an objective at top, so you're not losing this for free. And there was bounty on you. Your team is the one that needs to snowball, so you must prevent them getting shut down gold, as it's very quick way to get back into the game. So just backing away from this turret was the only option. To make it worse, you fed the shutdown gold to Vayne. And now he's one of the most fed champions in lane. That will be all for this video. Thank you for watching.